First of all, thank you, my dear friend Frank. I am that I am. Iljja of free and sovereign domain. And that is actually all. But I know in an official way I am Doctor of Physical Science, I am a research professor, and I am teacher of consciousness, and I've been doing my independent research in order to discover the truth about laws of creation, and the truth about the life, and truth about the human being. And after some 18 years of my investigation, I can claim now that I have that truth and can share gladly, because I learned during this time that joy of giving, of sharing, cannot be replaced with anything else. That is the greatest pleasure is in giving, because Creator is giving according to the universal law of rhythmic balance interchange. That what is given will be re-given, and oftentimes multiplied with the universe. So about microwave radiation of the cell phones is known a lot, but not everything. Since the nature of the microwave is not understood very well in the science, and in the science there is also the basic concept of the atom, the well-known Rutherford-Bohr atom model, which is not in accordance with the creational laws, and which is actually one product of the human being on the evolutionary step. I have started my research at the Institute of Physics in Belgrade in the field of atomic physics and plasma physics, and after my promotion I moved to Germany as a Humboldt fellow. I worked for 2 years at the University of Düsseldorf, working on the small tokamak investigation of the possibility of application in a plasma fusion research. And then I moved to Max Planck Institute to Garching and worked on the W7AS stellarator, also in the field of the plasma fusion research. And in Garching it was very, very nice environment for creation and for working. Everything was available, and I found and discovered my inner feeling that everything in that science is enormously complicated and enormously in opposition to the nature's way of creation, because when I went out of the laboratory, I saw everything working perfectly and very simple. In our laboratory, everything was complicated and not working so perfect. So, I asked at that time for the guidance to find out the laws of simple and efficient creation. And from that point on, I was just guided how it should be in order to discover that. 18 years I needed and discovered that laws of creation, and now I claim that I know the secret of creation, and I know the secret of human being and secret of life, and that I can share that. Makes me special pleasure. It happened everything during the time when the process of establishing of the new energy on this planet was ongoing. That was the process of 25 years from 1987 to 2012. And during that time happened also my transformation, during which I learned to meditate, to discover myself, to go within, and during which I also learned to establish contacts with well-known spirits like Tesla, Walter Russell, Saint Germain, Jesus, and many others, and during which actually I expanded my consciousness out of the electric awareness of my senses into the cosmic awareness of my mind, and made that leap in consciousness that every human being is able to make only if expressed the clear and pure intent. After that, everything happens from alone. So, actually motivated with my disagreement with such an enormous complication in the official science, I went out of it and went on my own way in order to find the simple ways of creation. And the nature's way of creation, from my point of view, if we all look around us here, we are in Fondel Park, you see, everything is in harmony. It's just simple, it works, nothing is complicated. When you go in laboratories, so many measuring devices and all other stuff, it's unnatural. It is unnatural. Yeah. Wonderful area. I like this energy. I've been jogging in this park every morning for 2 hours, doing exercising, and the movement and the happy people going around also and enjoying the life, enjoying the nature, enjoying this very sweet and compassionate energy. And this is a place with soul. And so is the nature, you know. And the laws of creation are very simple. And it is possible in the new energy paradigm also to change the whole technological background and the whole technological base in order to build one simple, efficient, easy and cheap way of creation for new civilization, for new generations coming on. And when I see here children with blue eyes, the new incarnated angels, I'm so delighted that I know in the old energy, that is the energy of opposition, energy, dual energy, energy of collision, energy of fight. And that is that everything in the world, in our civilization, in the past millennia, was so hard, so complicated, and so painful. This easy means not easy. That is why this is. The people have diseases, and the nations have diseases, and the world has diseases, and consciousness of the people have diseases. And that is all the consequence and effect of the type of energy which was present until the 22nd of December 2012. And during the last 25-year cycle, it has been changed, and the new energy was established here on Earth for all those who choose the new energy and the tools of the new energy for creation, which are easy, simple, efficient, and cheap, opposite of the old energy. And that is actually the new world. We've been living since then in two realities. One is the reality of the old energy, and the other one is the reality of the new energy. And it is up to us to decide which energy we will use for our creation. I have decided for the new energy, and I have demonstrated also that the new energy is not just a concept that is present here. And I have created one very simple device for balancing of the microwave radiation of cell phones. It is known in the society, it is known in the science also, it is officially also known that the microwave radiation makes enormous harm on human body, because it is very strong radiation with very high frequency, what means very high energy, and very high energy makes very high influence of human body, because billions of people have cell phones with them the whole day, 24 hours in their pocket, hands, even when they sleep. So they are exposed, so to say, 24 hours to the radiation, to the energy of microwave radiation. What is not good understood until now is that the microwave radiation is dangerous just because it is unbalanced, not because it is of the high energy, high frequency. When balanced, it can be used for good purposes. And I have shown how it is possible to balance microwave radiation, very simple, very cheap, and very efficient. So the basic understanding is that changes in the concept of atom gives possibility to create simple, cheap, efficient, and easy new energy way. So an atom is not what is believed in science. An atom has no protons and no neutrons in a nucleus, and there are no electrons cycling around the nucleus. An atom is a ring of a visible light spinning around the universal mind point, so-called black hole, and that is an atom. Understanding what is an atom, it is very easy to understand nature of radiation, because if that spinning around the universal mind point is centered, so that the center of spinning is in geometrical center, it is balanced radiation. If it is out of center, it is disbalanced radiation. Microwave radiation from cell phone is disbalanced radiation, and that is why it causes disbalanced and negative effects of human body. It brings all the cells, although all are not so sensitive, equally sensitive to that radiation, out of balance in accordance with the universal law of resonance. It is well known in our science what resonance is. When you have some oscillation, some frequency, and you expose some other very near frequency to that frequency, there is a resonance and there is intensification, and that is the process by which microwave radiation of the cell phones is influencing the human body. And now the cells of human body are different, so all parts of human body are not equally sensitive for that. There are regions in our brain which are so sensitive that microwave radiation of the cell phones can increase temperature to 200 degrees. 200 degrees destroys it. We don't feel anything, we don't feel the pain, but there is Alzheimer's disease, what is officially known as a degeneration of the brain cells caused by microwave radiation of the cell phones. Why? Because those regions have cells which are oscillating very near to the microwave radiation of the cell phones, and that is that effect of resonance, multiplication, of heating and destroying those cells. And there is an effect also on other parts of human body, but I would mention only three essential parts of human body which are protected during the evolution on a very special way, and it's called in official science blood barrier. That means actually that the capillaries which bring blood into the cells, their ending is so small in diameter that all poisons, which are normally all big molecules, can mechanically not come into the brain, eyes, and placenta. Those three parts were most sensitive and most important for our evolution, and we have protected it by development in evolution so that no poisons can come in those three parts. Now, with microwave technology, with cell phone technology, which is heating from inside because it's a high frequency, those ending of the capillaries will be heated and open up for all the poisons which are present in that what we eat, what we drink, and what we take in, what we breathe in, and will go direct into our brain, our eyes, and even in placenta. And don't ask me why there is so many children born with many anomalies, and that is direct consequence of the microwave or radiation of the cell phones. And I'm dreaming of a day when I will be able to gift to all pregnant women one protection for the cell phone in order to protect not born child of the negative effects of the microwave radiation. And the day will come very soon, because what I'm dreaming, I'm creating, I have learned it. Dreams go into realization, and the day will come very soon. So, how I have created it? I have created the QS101 on a very simple way. So first of all, QS means quantum smiley. Quantum is known as something between matter and spirit, something very deep, where other laws are valid, not the laws of the laws of material world, in the science, of course. And smiley is expression of a joy and love. Quantum smiley is now very easy to understand why. And the number 101 has a special energy. And I would like to explain it very quick. If we associate to the alphabet A, B, C, D, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, and now, if we are going to create something, the first of all, the new energy, the old energy habit is to create with hard work, because we are taught and we have accepted that, absorbed, that is our belief system, that with hard work we can reach something and make something. So, if we take word hard work and put the numbers instead of the letters, we will get probably and add all the numbers, we will get probably 95. So we say, good, probably is not good hard work. Say knowledge. If we put knowledge, and again we get 96, 97. If we change that knowledge doesn't work, probably attitude. If we put the word attitude and again make addition, then we get 98. But only if we take love of God, we get the number 101, 101. 101 is a number which represents the whole creation. Why? Because 0 is not a number. It is potential for anything. And we have 0, we have 1 from both sides. Beginning, 1 is beginning from both sides. In the middle is the potential for everything. That is the whole creation. So QS101 is now known why I have chosen that logo for my invention. So, according to the new energy way, the invention must be easy to produce, must be simple to produce and to operate, must be efficient, 101%, not 100, 101%, and must be cheap. And I have designed that product in a form of a sticker which satisfied all those conditions. And that is a small sticker, and I sent to the Life Institute to make certificate and to make tests if my device really protects and really balances microwave radiation. And I got here and answer in the form of a certificate, the first of all, that the water that I have chosen, I made certificate, I made my tests with my device on the water, because human cells are made 75% of water. Blood cells are made 95% of water. Brain cells, 85% of water. So I made my tests on water. I took one sample of water in one bottle. I took the same water in the next bottle and irradiated for 5 minutes with microwave radiation of the unprotected cell phone. And I took the third bottle and irradiated with microwave radiation of a cell phone protected with the QS101. And here are the results. You can see it clearly. Here, first picture is the water that I took. It is seen no structure at all, chaos. The water was bad, okay. The second picture, more chaos when I irradiated it with microwave radiation of a cell phone without any protection, as the most cell phones in the world are now. And then when I added to that cell phone in a form, just let me show how, in a form like this. I put my sticker on the inside cover of my cell phone and irradiated that water, that is third sample, with that radiation for 5 minutes also, and sent all 3 samples to the Hard Life Institute, Europe establishment in Liechtenstein. After 3 months, I got the certificate in the form. As you see, I have succeeded from chaos to get that crystalline hexagonal structure of water, which is, according to the known knowledge, now new knowledge, balanced water. Balanced water has a hexagonal structure. There is a reason for it, and that is deep science, deep knowledge to explain that everything. Dr. Masaru Emoto is the promoter of that water crystal photography method. He has developed that method, and he is using that method in his investigation, and that is the only method that can measure the water crystal structure really in the world. And the only method that I have seen and found is available and eligible to confirm the efficiency of such devices. There are plenty, bunch of devices on the market with so-called certificates. All of them are based on testimonials. They took a group of people and irradiate, and they ask them if they feel better, and probably pay them a little bit also to tell the story. I don't know. And all those devices are very expensive. I saw in America, $99. $99. We make it very easy, very cheap. We make it 25 cheaper. And efficient 100% according to the measurements, without testimonials. Nobody needs to say anything. This is measured and confirmed by measurements. So, in order to demonstrate how the danger of the microwave radiation of cell phones is not really understood, is underestimated, I will tell you the following real story. The truth about so-called absorption coefficient rate. That is the rate that was obligation for the producers in the cell phone industry in America for years, because they introduced so-called absorption coefficient rate, ACR, as a measure of the safeness of the cell phone radiation. And now comes the story. How they have measured that so famous phantomic ACR. They took some plexiglass phantom in the form of the human body, human head, and then filled with some fluid which was absorbing homogeneously microwave radiation. And each generation of the new cell phones, of course, according to the development of the technology, had a lower level of outgoing radiation. And as a consequence, the absorption in that fluid was lower. And then they made advertising the new generation of cell phone is a safe because ACR is lower. That's a nonsense until the whole media in America discovered that is actually that is faked actually, that has nothing to do with safety. First of all, that fluid that was used for the measurements absorbs microwave radiation homogeneously, and human cells are all different and absorb differently. And I explained already that there are cells in the brain which absorb so much, and the temperature increases up to 200 degrees, so destroys the cells. And they were talking about the safe cell phones, and the whole industry is actually lying the consumers of the cell phones about the safety of the cell phones. Cell phones are not the safe because microwave radiation is disbalanced, and disbalanced radiation produces disbalance effect, and that is law. Nobody can oppose to that law. So until that radiation is balanced, it is dangerous. When it is balanced, it is not more dangerous. And this small device, which is very cheap, makes your cell phone in a balancing device, which is balancing you 24 hours. Because now the radiation from the cell phone is balanced and has balanced effect on your body. It's a very cheap, and we can make it even cheaper for the families when you buy in a packet, or for big companies, or for big numbers of devices. And in the near future, I do hope we will be able to make this technology distanceless and probably even costless, without payment. But I'm dreaming also about this day. It will come very soon. What I'm dreaming comes into realization. The microwave radiation of cell phones is extremely, especially dangerous for children, because they are in evolution and they are in growing up phase when all changes will be memorized, and later on it is investigated at the Karolinska University in Sweden, where most of the very nice and precise investigation are carried out. It is investigated, and it is shown that those generation of young people using cell phones as they've been using always get mental diseases in the middle age, about 30. So it is a responsibility of the older people to protect them and to invest into their balance and to escape and prevent possible mental diseases in the middle age. Of course, it is of utmost importance that all pregnant women are protected, because the not born children are influenced through explained that blood barrier, and the influence of the cell phone on not born children is a very high risk, very possible. So it can be everything simply prevented. We are talking about the balancing. I'm balancing the field, and you've been then working the 24 hours in a balanced field, and that is not protection from cell phones. It is protection of an environment in the radius of 8 meters of a sphere. Yeah, there is a growing now an industry offering the tablets and the other toys which are all based on wireless technologies, and all wireless technologies are operating on the frequencies that are non-balanced or causing non-balanced effects. So in so far they make danger of human body, and it all can be simple and efficient and cheap prevented. Thank you very much.